get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great way to start this game, and one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most dominant units all season long, they can get pressure on the quarterback with guys like that. They've got better athletes than you've got up front, and you saw it early in this game today.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Brown will throw it. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, at this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp, outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Complete to the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, I think a big question at the start of the year was, could this transfer quarterback help take this offense to the next level? And David, he's really made his mark. He has played so well up to the midway point of the season with his decision-making, with his arm talent, his playmaking ability. He's got this team thinking national championship.
Yeah, and I think that's only going to grow now, right? Like, he's getting the experience. He's been learning on the job with all these new guys and new faces, and he's still done really well. I think the best football is probably still in front of this young man. That's how good he can be, and if that continues to happen, this team's a national championship contender.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Levin. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Brown wants to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. motion, see how the D reacts. Running right, it's Durham. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. The officials have stopped the clock as there is an injured Auburn Tiger on the field. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's second and long. Looking to fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep the quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass to 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
They call 3rd down money down for a reason. Like, 2nd down, they get the sack, put them in a situation where it's a known passing situation. And how about this offense, man? They're trying to throw the football down the field, but this guy doesn't panic. He doesn't flinch. Does a nice job. Nobody covered. Doesn't force the football. And even better, takes off, scrambles, and gets the big 1st down for this offense.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Snagged in the middle, it's Watkins. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. They'll move the wide receiver. The snap sets up the throw. Makes the grab. Tripped up for the tackle.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Ready? Black 18. Black 18.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Go. Stay.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. To the air, it's Levitt. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Here's a little room there. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. He wants to change this route.
776 captain. 776
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Ready? Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Here's a give to Washington. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They kick it away on 4th down. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wide receiver going in motion. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff, Caden Durham. Nice move to pick up yardage. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Quarterback keeps it. There's a crease. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense can...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Bringing the heat. Snagged out of the air. Rustled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And that's better protection up front. And when you put your quarterback in that 2nd and real long or 2nd and long, known passing situations, it makes it harder to execute. And I like it because he stayed patient, kept it underneath, and now it's 3rd medium. Great job by the quarterback, staying on schedule, staying in rhythm.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll go to the air. Swings it out to the flat. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Washington. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Slips through the line. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
On first down, it's Durham again. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Pressure coming. Breaks loose. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Tigers in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Washington. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, 2nd down, clock's running.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Makes the grab. It's Nimrod. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Auburn lines up quickly.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Brown wants to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Moving out to the right. Takes a hit as he fires. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's USC trying to close out what would be one of the toughest wins of the season. And that's a big statement considering this team is already 6-1. Let's see if they have what it takes.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
Here's a give to Durham. There's some room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Oh, they're after him. Just a little off. Incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with the big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Quick completion to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Brown will throw it. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Tiger! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Send out the offense to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now adjusting. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Moves around to clear up the vision. The short hands, it's Durham. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. LSU right back to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Touchdown, Tigers. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Wants to throw. It's Levin. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33.
Set to kick this one away.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around.
He's going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Got his man. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
He's got it. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Offense scoops it up and still going. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's a give to Washington. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Sets up the screen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Levin. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Looking down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wants to go right back downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. Still running at the 40. No, he got loose. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn.
just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Brown wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
16. Number 45. Set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll start on the ground with Durham. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And you talk about a guy that's proving himself week in and week out. It started with, hey, he's a first-time transfer starter, new school, new place, new environment. Every question that has been asked, he has answered, and he's answered it with excellence. This guy's not only been one of the transfers of the year, Jesse, he's in the Heisman Trophy race.
One of the best players that we've seen this season, so no question this team is having the success they've had. It's amazing what one guy, the change and the difference that guy can provide to your football team, to the fan base, the electricity and the energy surrounding this program. This dude has been elite all year. At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to throw, it's Levin. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Handoff, Caden Durham. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blown the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. A run for the quarterback. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
Love the play call and the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Well, you're trailing here in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're going hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of bounds and trying to preserve as many seconds as you can on the clock.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making checks. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it, they know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him, and as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. He's not going to make it to the first down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the first down anyway. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Here's a give to Washington. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Ready. White. 29.
Brown wants to pass. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Hit as he throws. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Man, what a big missed opportunity for this defense. This is a play that we might be coming back. If this offense can take advantage and go score, this is a play that we might have circled, highlighted, shown again. A defense having an opportunity to not put...
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. From the gun. Going for 6. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going.